Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories, brought to you by TaleBot, your child's AI storyteller. Want to create a bedtime story for your child? Visit talebotai.com/create. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the story.
Otis and the Llama Llama Camping Adventure. A special bedtime story for Otis. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town, there lived a curious and adventurous 5-year-old boy named Otis. Otis loved exploring the outdoors, discovering new things, and going on exciting adventures. He had a big imagination and could turn an ordinary day into a grand expedition. Every night, as he snuggled into bed, Otis would dream of the wonderful adventures that awaited him. One sunny morning, Otis woke up with a twinkle in his eye. He had just read a book called Llama Llama Loves Camping, and it inspired him to go camping for the very first time. Otis knew that camping meant spending the night in a tent, cooking marshmallows over a campfire, and sleeping under the stars. It sounded like the perfect adventure for a little boy like him. With his backpack stuffed with all the camping essentials, Otis set off on his grand camping adventure. He walked through the tall grass, crossed babbling brooks, and climbed up rocky hills. As he walked, he couldn't help but hum a little tune, picturing himself roasting marshmallows and telling stories by the campfire. After a long and exciting hike, Otis finally arrived at the perfect camping spot. He found a cozy clearing surrounded by tall trees and a glistening lake nearby. It was a magical place, just like the ones he had seen in his storybooks. Otis quickly set up his tent, spreading out his sleeping bag and arranging his toys inside. As the sun began to set, Otis gathered some sticks and started a crackling campfire. The warmth of the fire tickled his face as he sat on a log, waiting for the flames to grow. As the fire danced and flickered, Otis could feel the excitement bubbling inside him. He knew that tonight would be a night he would always remember. Suddenly, out of the darkness, a soft voice whispered, "Hello, Otis." Startled, Otis turned around and there stood Llama Llama, the star of his favorite book. Llama Llama had somehow come to life and was standing right before him, wearing a little camping hat and a backpack. "Hi, Llama Llama!" Otis exclaimed, his eyes wide with wonder. "What are you doing here?" Llama Llama smiled and said, "I heard that you were going on your first camping adventure, and I couldn't resist joining you. Camping is so much fun, and I wanted to share this special experience with you." Otis couldn't believe his luck. He had always wanted to meet Llama Llama, and now they were going to have a camping adventure together. They sat around the campfire, sharing stories and singing songs. Llama Llama taught Otis how to make the perfect s'mores, and they giggled as marshmallows stuck to their faces. As the night grew darker and the stars appeared in the sky, Otis and Llama Llama snuggled into their sleeping bags inside the tent. The sounds of nature serenaded them to sleep, and the gentle breeze whispered lullabies in their ears. But suddenly, a loud rustling noise interrupted their peaceful slumber. Otis and Llama Llama peeked outside the tent, and to their surprise, they saw a family of raccoons raiding their food stash. "We have to protect our food," Otis whispered. With determination in his eyes, he grabbed a wooden spoon and started banging it against a pot. The raccoons scattered, leaving their food behind. Otis and Llama Llama giggled as they saw the raccoons scamper away. "We did it!" Otis exclaimed. "We scared away the raccoons and saved our snacks." Proud of their bravery, Otis and Llama Llama climbed back into their cozy sleeping bags, ready to drift off to sleep once again. With the stars shining above them and the sound of crickets filling the air, they felt safe and content. The next morning, as the golden sun rose in the sky, Otis and Llama Llama woke up to the smell of fresh pancakes cooking on the campfire. They sat around the fire, enjoying a delicious breakfast and reflecting on their wonderful camping adventure. "You know, Otis," Llama Llama said, "sometimes things may seem scary, like those raccoons, but if we face our fears with a brave heart, we can discover that even the scariest things can turn into super-duper fun." Otis nodded and smiled, realizing the valuable lesson he had learned. He would always remember this camping adventure as a symbol of bravery and the power of facing his fears. With their hearts full of joy and their bellies full of pancakes, Otis and Llama Llama packed up their camping gear and bid farewell to their magical camping spot. As they walked hand in hand back to their cozy little town, they knew that their friendship would forever be bonded by the memories of their camping adventure. That night, as Otis curled up in bed, he closed his eyes and replayed the wonderful camping adventure in his mind. The crackling campfire, the laughter, and the bravery. With a contented smile on his face, he drifted off into a peaceful slumber, knowing that he had faced his fears and had the best camping adventure of all time. And so, my dear little Otis, may your dreams always be filled with exciting adventures, brave friends, and the magic of facing your fears. Sleep tight, my little explorer, for tomorrow is a brand new day, waiting for you to embark on another wonderful adventure. Good night, Otis.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with TaleBot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $2.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.